Hello, this is Car Channel Tarot. Welcome if you're new here. Welcome back if you're returning. We are going to be doing your next 48-hour messages, okay? I do also have channeled messages that I have for each sign, okay? So make sure to listen for those, okay? I will incorporate them throughout this whole reading, okay? It may be a little bit longer, but let's hope, around an hour still, okay? And of course, I will leave timestamps after this is all done, okay? So watch for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, your north node placements, okay? You are not just one sign. I know you don't want to hear that for some of you, okay? But you are not one sign. You can watch for your Vedic chart, okay? You can watch for, your regular birth chart. You can watch for any sign you want. If it resonates with you, take the message, okay? And let things play out. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This is a predictions, okay? That's what I do. I do predictions. So, right now in the moment, if you're watching this right now, you may not understand it, but let things play out. That's a big part of tarot is predictions, okay? So let's see. All right, let's start with Aries. Make sure to like the video if you are in here. I had so many mishaps this morning. I was like, oh, do I even want to do this? Okay. I think we're good. And I have an energy drink, so hopefully my voice won't go out. Okay, let's see. Where's my thing? There it is. Okay. All right, so Aries, let's get your channel messages first. And then we're going to get into the cards, okay? There we go. Make sure you guys can hear me, okay? Okay. It's currently 5:30 a.m., so bear with me. Okay, yeah, we're good. Ugh, and I gotta move this. I had to move this back here because I had to flip my whole car around or upside down. You want to see Mickey? Okay. Because I lost this device, okay? Aries, make sure not to lose a device. That could also be a message for you guys, okay? Make sure to keep track of your things, especially if you have like 2 phones, okay? Some of y'all could have Aquarius in your chart. But yeah, make sure that you have everything, especially if you are, running late or if you need an extra device or something like that, okay? And my phone, my second one here, was in between the crack of my seat and the door over there. So, you might have to really dig deep to get something out of a certain space, okay? Even if it's not a device, all right? But let's see. All right, so Aries, your channel messages. All right, so I wrote, somebody could have a really nice view while on vacation, okay? Somebody also may do OnlyFans or something similar to it, okay? And I was getting that if they do sell pussy or dick, okay, they're very open about it. So you might meet somebody, or it could be you. I don't know, okay? I don't know you, all right? But somebody may be very like, yeah, I do OnlyFans. Yeah, I do, I'm a dancer or whatever. Somebody may be very open and proud about, because some people are like, ugh, I don't want to, tell everybody. They say I'm an accountant, okay? So I feel like those people usually are the ones who are low-key either ashamed or they might have whatever reason that they feel like they need to hide their profession or whatever, okay? So you might meet somebody, or it could be you, who is very open about the sex work that they do, okay? Even if somebody doesn't actually sleep with people for money or whatever, somebody may post pictures, bikini pics or something like that, okay? I don't do OnlyFans and shit, but you guys might, or you might meet somebody who does, okay? Also, the name, excuse me, the name Stephanie could be relevant, okay? Or the name Ava, all right? And we're gonna go to your cards, okay? Because I didn't want to do too many channel messages for each sign, but we're good, okay. Let's get into the tarot. All right. Okay, so Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I'm sorry, I have to take a sip of... Who is that? Who is pulling up behind me? Oh. Now, why would you do that? It scared the fuck out of me. Aries, somebody could pull up on you, okay? And you guys know, if you're an OG on my channel or if you just have been watching for a while, whenever little things like that happen in the reading, yeah, they often do play out, okay? Maybe not right away, but somebody could pull up on you, Aries, okay? I don't know why. That was the newspaper guy, and he is driving a different car than what I'm used to seeing, okay? So somebody could pull up on you in a car that you don't recognize, okay? Or you could be doing that to somebody, I don't know. But you might be like, who the hell is that? Okay, let's see. Anyways, there's been like delay after delay this morning, okay? I lost my phone in the crack of my seat. I went to the gas station. I almost forgot my damn PIN number. I don't know if it's, I'm not tired, you know, I'm really not tired. I got sleep, but I don't know. Some of y'all might be feeling a little bit like foggy, okay? Or you might be like, why did I do that, okay? You know, you could be having one of those days, Aries. Anyways, let's see. What's going on for my Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, next 48? Look. Seven of Wands, okay? Delays, blockages. You could just be very tired, Aries, okay? Some of y'all might be, maybe you did get sleep, but maybe you didn't get enough, okay? In the next 48. So be careful of being clumsy, I want to say. Be careful of forgetting things, okay? And I'm also hearing, like, you know how they say pregnancy brain, okay? I don't know if some of you guys have experienced that. I'm not saying all of y'all are pregnant, okay? But somebody may have pregnancy brain, okay? Or somebody could just be, like, super ADHD, okay? And be forgetting a bunch of shit. Or they're really tired, okay? Somebody needs to go back to bed. Yeah, 4 of Cups reversed, okay? Somebody's like, all right, Aries, you can go take a break. You know, I don't know if anybody is allowed to do this, but you know how sometimes bosses are really understanding, okay? Your boss may send you home. Not for all of you, but some of you guys, your boss could be like, all right, you're fucking up too much today. You can, or go take a break over there, you know, and then come back in 20 minutes. You know, somebody can tell that you're not like, okay. Okay. Whether that's emotionally, physically, somebody is noticing that, you know, you might need to regroup, okay? Get yourself together. You might need to wake up, okay? Or something like that in the next 48, because you're kind of fucking shit up, Aries, okay? But I feel like somebody's going to be very understanding about it, or at least let you regroup or whatever, okay? Yeah, you could be trying to handle too much at once, Aries, in the next 48. So make sure that you're not being bitchy to people, okay? You might kind of snap on somebody because you're like, "Ugh," you know, like, I don't know. You could be in a mood because you're tired, you're exhausted, whether it's emotionally or physically, okay? And you got too much to handle, or people are putting too much on in your hands, okay? That could be quite literally. Somebody may be handing you a bunch of stuff and you're like, can you not? Like, okay? I feel like you're annoyed, okay? I don't know. Isn't it a new moon today? I think so. I'm pretty sure. And if you're a spiritual, or if you have like a moon cycle around the new moons and full moons like I do, yeah, you probably can feel very emotional, whether that's good or bad, okay? This morning when I was driving back to my driveway from the gas station, I teared up. I started to cry to this song called like Indigo or something. It was playing on the radio, and I was just like, wait, hold on, it's too early to be crying, okay? But I'm you know, hormones, okay? So some of y'all might be on your cycle, and that could be why things are just like, you want to throw your hands up and say fuck it, okay? Even if you're a man, okay? I hope you're not one of those men who are like, I'm on my period, okay? So anyways, some of you, even, what's all the mess ups, okay? Jesus, okay, Aries, your reading is a trip already. I just, take a break, okay? Let's pull a couple more, because I feel like Aries, I'm in your energy. Okay, things will turn out okay though. If you're wondering if the delays, blockages, you know, the mishaps, the feelings, the overload of emotions, you know, it will get better. Okay, don't stress too much. All right. Look, that's crazy. The star card and the star card from this deck came out. I'm also hearing that things could get like a little bit worse than they will get better. Okay, so don't be too discouraged. Whatever you're doing in the next 48, you got it. You can handle it. But don't, I'm hearing don't stress yourself out, but you might have to stress yourself out. Like if you're at work, okay, you might just have to deal with it. Okay, that could be why someone like sends you home or sends you, you know, to take a break. Okay, take a breather. All right, let's go to damn, Aries. Okay, and you know, I know Aries, they like to do a lot of stuff at once. Okay, or you know, they take on a lot of things at once. And Aries is very independent, you know, from a very early age, you know, whether they're forced to be that way or not. But I know y'all can take on a lot at once, so don't burn yourself out. Okay, in the next 48 especially. Look, that's your energy. Okay, let's go to Taurus. Taurus, your channel messages. I wrote down somebody may have a nip slip. Okay, especially if you are a woman, Taurus. Make sure that you know, your titties are. I mean, if you care. Okay, somebody could have a nip slip though. Whether you're like trying to or not. Okay, or if you're a man, you may see a woman's nipples. Okay, for some reason. Um, Also, a mother is aiming to set a good example for her daughter or trying to. Okay, so if you're a mother or if you know somebody around you who has kids, okay, man or woman, if you have kids, somebody could be trying to set a good example for their children, like to be a go-getter, to be someone who, you know, doesn't, you know, take no for an answer. Okay, somebody is like a hustler. I'm getting that. Oh, there's a bunny. Some of y'all could get some good luck. Okay, I hate when they go under my car because then I don't know where they're at when I step out. Anyways, make sure you don't run over an animal, Taurus, okay? But somebody's parent, especially if you have kids or someone around you does, somebody's trying to teach their child to not really depend on anybody, okay? Or, you know, to go get something even if, you know, they get rejected a few times, you know, obviously, you know, in a good way. But someone's mom or dad could be a hustler. Okay, I don't know, you could be the hustler. Somebody's parent is like, I don't know, did you grow up in a way where it's like you had to get it or else? Okay, some of y'all could be from the trenches or something like that, or you maybe you used to live a certain lifestyle and you know you're teaching your child like, okay, well, this is how it goes, this is what happens if you don't do this, you know. This is also giving like parenting, like what do you do if, oh my god, yeah, because I saw a video on Facebook. This is a message too. I saw a video on Facebook last night, and luckily the guys were, they seemed, you know, normal, right? But there was these two like little girls, like with the, you know how kids sell candy and shit, like they were carrying candy, like the boxes of candy or whatever. They were going around like, you know, trying to sell it, but they were like, they had to have been 5, 6 years old, you know, like I was like, they look really young, and they were just walking around the streets. And even in the video, the guys filming them were like, where's your parents, where's your parents? Like they were chopping it up, you know, laughing and stuff. They thought it was funny. And he was trying to get, you know, free candy, but the girls walked up to the guy's car like just so easily, you know. So this could be like you teaching your child stranger danger. Okay, or you need to, because your child may be, you know, kids are innocent, you know, kids sometimes they think that, you know, oh, everybody's nice, you know, and that's just obviously not the case. Okay, so somebody or you may be teaching your children or child, what do you do if somebody says, hey, you know, I got some candy, or can you help me find my dog? Can you help me find my dog? You know, like teach them to say, no, I'm good, or just keep walking, okay? Or whatever you got to say to your kid to get them to not, you know, get got, okay? But the video I was watching, it was like a kind of reverse situation because the kids were selling candy to the adults, you know? So anyways, something may be harmless, okay? Also, especially if you have kids, somebody may be not a bad person, right? Say your kid does like run up to somebody and you're like, Sarah, you can't be doing that. You know, you don't know if he's a bad man. You know, that man could be a good man, you know, and it's like, thank God, right? But that may lead you to teach your children, hey, you can't just run up to anybody. You have to, you know, use your discernment and, you know, stay the fuck back, okay? I don't know. It's something like that. Let's see, because some of you guys might have kids who are very, very innocent and, you know, they may think that, you know, the world is just a super duper nice place. And it can be, but you know, okay? You know. All right, so let's see. Where did I write that? Oh yeah, somebody also could be asking for their privacy, Taurus, okay? Or you could be asking for your privacy, whether you have children or not, okay? You also may be dragging something out to the curb, okay? Hopefully you're not dragging somebody out to the curb, okay? You could be fighting somebody or there might be a fight that breaks out around you, okay? Man or woman, so just be careful. But let's see what's going on for my Tauruses next 48 hours. Make sure to like the video if you're in here. You could be like, that's a lot of information, okay? Or somebody may be a lot, okay? Somebody may be a lot. Somebody may be telling you a lot of information at once too, Taurus. And you know what? If you are telling your kids like how to do something or, you know, safety or something like that, you may need to go over it a few times, okay? You know, one time is not always enough. Sometimes 2 times or 3 times is not always enough. Sometimes you have to repeat the process so that it's understood. Sometimes you got to do it until it's understood, okay? There might not even be a specific amount of times that you need to do something or say something to somebody, but you need to do it until somebody gets it, okay? Or somebody could be doing that to you, like trying to get you to understand something, okay? And you know, I know way too many Tauruses throughout my entire life, okay? And I feel like one of the reasons why me and Taurus don't usually work out is because Taurus are very stubborn and it's like talking to a brick wall, okay? Don't get offended. Y'all do act like that when you feel like you're right about something, okay? So Taurus's favorite phrase is, you're wrong, I'm right, you don't know what you're talking about, da, 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 you know, and Taurus will like punch walls and shit. Yeah, y'all do. Or if you're not physically aggressive, y'all like to like lash the fuck out, and it's like, okay, psycho, okay, relax. So don't lose your temper, Taurus, just because someone is not getting it. Even if that's you trying to say something to somebody and you are right, okay, about something, don't lose your mind trying to explain something to somebody who is just not getting it. Obviously, if it's your child, like we talked about with the whole safety thing, yeah, you need to go over it again, okay? And I'm also seeing, I'm channeling up, this is mostly like a channel messages reading as well, okay? But I'm also seeing somebody like, if Johnny had 5 apples, you know, you could be like trying to teach your kid homework or something, you know? Just remember, even though it's frustrating and they might not get it when you think it's a very simple answer, a kid brain is not fully developed. So even if you think they should understand something, they don't. Okay, so don't get too mad. But I feel like somebody or you could be lashing out at your child or at somebody because they're just not getting it, you know. Okay. People learn things at different paces, okay? Somebody's child may have a learning disability and their parent or you may not want to accept that, okay? You might think like, oh no, you know, my child's not slow. That just because you have a learning disability doesn't mean you're slow, okay? Plenty of people have ADHD, you know, plenty of people have certain disorders or things that aren't life, you know, altering, you know, but it does affect them, you know, especially when it comes to education and things like that. So, you know, just make sure to kind of try to be a little bit nicer or go easier on somebody, especially if it's your child who, you know, doesn't get it. Because clearly screaming at them is not helping, you know, it's just going to stress them out and be like, you know, people are going to cry and it's going to be like, you know, you know, so don't, don't be too rough on, you know, your child, okay? even if they're like a teenager, okay? I don't know how old some of y'all are, but even if they're a teenager, somebody just, we're all living here for the first time, okay? You got to think, how would you want to be treated if you were in that situation and you didn't understand? Would you want somebody to be like, God damn it, Taurus, you fucking stupid idiot. Da, 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 da. You don't know anything. How don't you fucking understand this? Okay, like somebody could be cussing somebody out, or you could. And it's like, what's not clocking to you, bro? Okay? And relax, okay? Anyways, let's see. Let's go to Gemini. Okay, I pulled one card for Taurus. All right. What is going on for Gemini for the next 48? Watch for your sun, moon, rising, Venus. Okay. All right, so for your channel messages, Gemini, I got that somebody could be getting new shoes, a new car, or a new bag. Okay. Whew, I am trying to read. I am so blind, but I don't want to move this too much. Okay, so Gemini, somebody also could be a TikToker. You could be a TikToker. You could be scrolling through TikTok and whatnot, okay? Somebody also hates men, okay? Because I was thinking of like Sabrina Carpenter, and I'm not really a huge fan of her, but I think Sabrina Carpenter is a Taurus, if I'm not mistaken, okay? Correct me if I'm wrong, but some woman could be a man hater, a man eater, okay? Somebody just wants money, okay? And it's also reminding me of I think it was Cher, right? Somebody's name could be Cher, or Shara, but somebody doesn't really want a man, okay? Or somebody's comfortable being just rich, having the money, having the material stuff, okay? Somebody could be very materialistic. You could be very materialistic, okay? Take it how it resonates. But somebody doesn't really care for a relationship, okay? Especially if it's like a woman who deals with men, okay? Even if you're a gay man and you deal with men, you're like, I just want the money, okay? Somebody could be bisexual, okay? Anyways, let's see. So also Gemini, I wrote down that somebody could be, counting their material blessings. Because I was getting somebody be like, I got a Gucci bag, I got a Rolls Royce, I got this, I got that, I got my Prada, blah, 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 my Dolce Gabbana. Like somebody has a bunch of like name brand stuff, okay? Or somebody could be bragging about like every name brand thing they have, okay? And that may be like, if it makes them happy, it's what, if they can afford it. It's different if you gotta make payments on it, okay? Let's just be real. If you can't afford it twice, you can't afford it really at all, okay? But to each their own. If you make payments on stuff, I'm not knocking it, because as long as you have the money for it, and you're not late on payments, okay? That could be a message too, Gemini placements. Make sure you're not late on payments, especially if you're trying to maintain a certain lifestyle, okay? I don't know. Well, let's see. Also, somebody's not looking for love right now. That's the last channel message that I got for you. Okay, whether that's you or somebody else. Be careful if you're trying to be out here and actually find love, okay? Because somebody's like, sometimes people are on like dating apps and whatnot, You could be dealing with a Pisces or have that in your chart. Somebody does not care about your emotions, Gemini. I'm sorry. Or that could be you towards somebody. Okay? Somebody really does not, like, I don't know if you're trying to change somebody's mind or hoping that, they'll care. No, they won't, okay? This person already is like, if you're dealing with somebody, obviously, this person is somebody who doesn't really like to commit to anything, okay? You could be dealing with a Pisces, a Sagittarius. Who else is kind of non-committal? Gemini. Well, that's you too, but somebody could be very generous, Yeah, it's about material. Like, okay? Okay, Gemini, don't get it confused. If somebody gives you something material, that does not mean that they're in love with you, okay? Somebody could just be a very well-off person, okay? Or somebody, if you're giving material things to somebody or helping somebody out financially, they're falling for you because they're like, oh, the Gemini gave me, a few bucks. They must love me, because who else would do that? Probably somebody who has the money, I don't know, and cares a little bit, they don't want to see you struggle, but somebody needs to understand, whether that's you or somebody else, just because you give something material to somebody does not mean, oh my God, they're in love with you. or they're in love with me. No, don't think like that, okay? It's a sign. It's a sign that they like you, okay? But in love with you, I feel like somebody's a little bit delusional, okay? Because this is somebody who is not committal. They're not going to take your hand in marriage, okay? Man or woman. Yeah. Don't do that, okay? Let's see. Or if you are giving to someone like that, you might want to chill out on it, because someone thinks that your generosity is, excuse me, a sign that you like them like that, okay? And I don't think that's the case. Okay, so, and it sucks because sometimes you're like, damn, you can't be nice to nobody without them thinking you want to suck their dick, you know what I'm saying? So, or eat their coochie, okay? Somebody could be like, oh, she wants me, or he wants me. Jesus, can somebody just be nice for once? You know what I'm saying? Okay, you might be letting somebody go because they think like that, like they're delusional. Ugh, I don't like people like that. That's why I understand if people are kind of like, you know, if they don't want to be too generous, because people do start acting up, you know? Oh, look what the Gemini gave me. Look what so-and-so gave me. Okay? Look, somebody literally has an overactive imagination. Be careful of people also getting like jealous over you, Gemini, okay? And not wanting to commit. Like somebody's weird, okay? You know those people who cheat on people and then they act like, or say they'll cheat on you, right? And then they want you to be like talking to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody's like that. Okay, or you could have dealt with somebody like that. Could have been a Sagittarius. Okay, and I did just mention them for non-committal. I'm not saying Sagittarius can't commit ever, but you know, Sagittarius really gotta fuck with you like that. Let's see. What's going on for my Geminis? Something may take a long time, okay? I'm also hearing 7 minutes in heaven. Some of y'all could be at a party, okay? Isn't that game where you go in the closet and y'all, like, do some shit, okay? How old are y'all? Okay, I'm not saying you can't have fun at a certain age, but somebody may be doing, like, college party games or something like that, okay? I'm also seeing, like, spin the bottle. I don't think I've even ever played that. I've only seen it in movies, okay? Okay, because I see two people like going off into a room, literally like isolating themselves. If y'all are if y'all are doing something like that, it may be very awkward. Okay, you might not want to do that with somebody. You could be playing like drinking games with people, okay, and you're like, all right, let's just stand here for the next 7 minutes and act like we did something, you know, or what the fuck, okay? Anyways, anything else for Gemini? Gemini, your reading is not supposed to be this long. Let's see. Some of y'all could be getting some money, okay? Look, I'm telling you, King of Pentacles reverse. Somebody has money. They don't care about people's emotions. It could be a Pisces or a Sagittarius. Or they don't care about your emotions or vice versa, okay? Somebody's very greedy. Somebody's obsessed with money. Somebody's like, what is that? If you ain't talking money, I don't want to talk, okay? That's the vibe, okay? Geminis, don't think that this person cares, okay? Or vice versa. Somebody needs to understand that you don't give a shit, okay? Let's see. Cancer. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Next 48. How far are we into this? Oh, my Lord. 29 minutes and we're only on Cancer. That's crazy. It's not that crazy, okay? But let's see. Some of y'all could be drinking energy drinks, okay? Make sure to watch for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or your Vedic chart. If you're a Leo, you're probably a Cancer in Vedic astrology. So, you know, consider that too. Whew. Okay. Oh, channel messages. Leo. Okay, so I wrote down that someone is afraid to make their relationship public, okay? Somebody also is very private, or they're saying that they're very private, okay? And that they keep their online life separate from their personal life, okay? So, Leo, I just want to say, if somebody is acting like that about you, ask yourself why, or ask you know, you might want to look deeper into that. Like, why doesn't somebody want to post in a relationship or in a relationship with blah, blah, blah? You know, if somebody wants to keep their Facebook status or whatever status saying single, or if they want to hide their relationship status, you know, like on Facebook, you can hide your status of your whatever, your relationship, to where it says like nothing at all. Somebody may be like that, okay? Ask yourself why. No, we're on Cancer. You could be dealing with the Leo. We're on Cancer, right? What the fuck? We just skipped Cancer, okay? You might be skipping out on a Cancer, Leo. If you are a Leo, okay? This could be, take it as it resonates, okay? Anyways, Cancer. Somebody is, you know, and whenever I do readings for Leo and Cancer, y'all always are dealing with each other. Ever since I started my channel, there's always a tit for tat thing going on with damn, do you got options, Cancer? Okay. Anyways, Cancer. Someone is doing something just for money, okay? So, someone's not doing something because they like to or because they want to. Somebody's doing something for money, okay? Or you could be doing that. Or make sure that you're not doing something that you don't actually enjoy, okay? You may kind of, you know, get exhausted by that. Also, somebody's name could be Summer, okay? And you could be having drinks with somebody soon, okay? Or a group of people. Also, somebody may like sell feet pics, okay? Because I was seeing like toes, okay? So some of y'all, well, that's not toes, you know what I mean though. Cancer, some of y'all may sell like feet pics, okay? Or you'd be looking into that or something like that, okay? Damn, we just skipped Cancer, okay? Hello. Cancer, what's going on for you for the next 48 hours? Yeah, you could be upset if somebody skips you, okay? You could be feeling left out or like you're not getting the recognition that you deserve, okay? Oh. Okay. Yeah. That's your card. Cancer, you guys may need to work on your, I feel like you could be sad, Cancer placements. You could be, but I feel like your sadness is coming off like anger to people, okay? Like you could be upset about something and you're really just sad. You know how sometimes when you're going through intense emotions, you could be like yelling back and forth, da 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 da, with somebody, and then you break down crying because you're like, you know, I wish this never happened. Okay, like something like that could be going on. Or you just need to realize, like, if you're really angry lately, or if you end up being very angry, you need to cry. Okay, let it out. It's okay. I know y'all like to be like, we're not crybabies. Being a Cancer doesn't mean that you always cry. I know people say that a lot, but Cancers are emotional. Emotion, anger, happiness. You know, Cancers could be super happy. You know, they experience a lot of intense emotions, okay? But yeah, so I don't know. Maybe somebody's going to be telling you that you are emotional when in reality, you just feel a lot, okay? You have a lot of feels, okay? I don't know. People often try to associate Cancers with crying, and I honestly don't think Cancers are... I think Cancers can be kind of disrespectful, if anything. Cancers are... They got a mouth, okay? Cancers are one of those signs that will eat you up verbally, okay? And the Cancers that I've known, they're always in some mess, okay? Or fighting somebody, okay? I'm not saying all Cancers are like that, obviously, but I haven't really seen Cancers actually boohoo cry. I've seen them like beat somebody's ass or go off and, you know, cuss somebody out, okay? So, I don't know, Cancer. You could be showing somebody that you're not a crybaby, okay? You're hurt, but you're not going to cry over them, okay? Something like that could be going on. Let's see. What's going on for my Cancers? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, next 48. Yeah, you're a bitch. Okay. Queen of Swords. You're putting your foot down, Cancer, especially if people have been trying to play with you or mess with you, okay? Didn't I write something like that? No. Okay. Let's see. What else is going on for my Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Some of y'all could have Gemini in your chart. Cancer, I feel like somebody's trying to get you to care in the next 48. I don't think you do. I think you got your own emotions to handle or deal with, okay? So you might want to take some time out for yourself to cry, to scream, okay? Go to a rage room if you want to, or if you got to, okay? If there's one by you, or do something that will help you get your anger and your sadness out. I feel like y'all got like pent up anger, trauma, okay? I know not everybody wants to hear that, you know. How dare you say I have trauma? How dare you say, you know, I got abandonment issues, okay? That's what it is, okay? Somebody needs to understand, like, just because someone uses a term doesn't mean that it's an attack, okay? Like, please understand that. Just because someone's addressing what something is doesn't mean that it's a bad thing or that it's an attack, okay? Because some people get like, you know, when you tell somebody like, maybe you want to go to therapy, you know, they're like, I don't need no fucking therapist. They get like super angry, you know, and it's like, all right, maybe not, but you need something, okay? You need a chill pill, you need to go relax, you need to go take a nap, okay? Cancer, you might need to go just take a nap in the next 48. It'll be okay, okay? But make sure to process your emotions correctly. Well, not, I don't want to say correctly, but in a way where you can feel better after you do it. Don't go to jail, but I'm just saying, okay? Especially if you're feeling stuck, whether it's emotionally or like through in your personal life, you could feel stuck recently, okay? Also, keep in mind, not everything has to be perfect, Cancer, okay? You don't have to be perfect, but you may feel that way. A lot of people could rely on you, Cancer. I'm also seeing somebody who's like a boss, okay? Or a boss, or you might be like the head person of a organization or something, and people don't notice, like, because you have a lot of recognition, because you have a lot of praise or whatever, people don't notice like you're sad. Okay? It's also like a celebrity who is, people, when you know, when celebrities talk about, oh, I go through this and I go through that, and then people like instantly are like, what do you go through? You got $1 million, you got this, you got that. I'll be damned if anybody, if I was famous, ooh, if I was famous, I would not, I would be pissed off if somebody told me that, because that's invalidating my emotions, okay? I'm trying to get y'all to understand right now, Cancer placements, that it's okay to feel. It's okay to have, you know, up and down emotions, but it's about how you handle it and how you process it and how you continue on through life, you know? Are you going to let it keep you stuck forever? And are you going to hold grudges and, you know, somebody hurt me or people hurt me? I'm gonna do this, you know, for the rest of my life. You know, I'm gonna treat people like shit for the rest of my life. You know, I'm never gonna let nobody in because blah, blah, blah did this to me. You know, are you gonna let that take over your whole life? Are you gonna let somebody have that power over you? Or are you gonna heal, do better, and find something or somebody way better? Okay? But I don't know, Cancers. I feel like a lot of y'all could have some sort of recognition. And people don't see how you actually feel behind the scenes, okay? So you could be feeling left out in the cold, Cancer. Or you might end up feeling that way, okay? Some of y'all need to journal, okay? If you don't have anybody to talk to, journal, write it out. I don't care what you write. You could write the most fucked up shit on a piece of paper, right? You could burn it, okay? Get rid of it. Just make sure you get rid of it, okay? Because if somebody finds whatever you wrote down, you know, that might not be good. But, you know, just get it out, okay? In some way, shape, or form, Cancer, okay? Let's see. Let's go to Leo. Now we're on Leo. Okay, so Leo, your channel messages. Someone is afraid to make their relationship public, okay? You might also want to go watch the Cancer reading because that may be relatable to you, okay? Let's see. Also, yeah, Leo, I was getting that someone is pure drama and giving you a hard time, okay? And someone is a very private person and keeps their online life separate from their personal life, okay? So like I was telling Cancers when I thought it was you, okay? You know, somebody, ask yourself or ask somebody why they don't want to be public about something, okay? Like somebody, hopefully someone's not ashamed, but I did just hear the word ashamed, okay? Ooh, Leo, I hope you're not ashamed of your partner, okay? Or vice versa. I'm not saying you have to post somebody 24/7, right? But at least make it known, because I feel like somebody is not making it known that they're in a relationship with somebody. Okay, and that could be happening to you. Let's see. What's going on for my Leos? I need a drink. I cannot have my voice running out. Okay. Leo. What's going on for my Leos next 48 hours? Something may end, okay? That's your card, yeah. Yeah, because somebody's not prioritizing you, or you're not prioritizing somebody. Take it how it resonates. Okay, somebody could be walking away from you or ending a situation with you because, you know, you're not prioritizing them. Okay, so, you know, when you watch tarot, things can be flipped. Okay, so if you're like, oh, that sounds like them actually, take it that way. Okay, if you know. All right, but let's see. What's going on for my Leos? Yeah, there's a connection here or something that you're dealing with in the next 48 that it's not going anywhere, okay? Or someone's not really wanting to move forward in this situation, okay? You could be dealing with a Cancer. There's the Chariot. Let's see. What's going on for my Leos? Yeah, you could be disappointed, or somebody's disappointed that somebody is not growing up, or somebody refuses to, you know, have emotional maturity, okay? What the fuck? Stop falling off my lap. Anyways, let's see. Yeah, somebody's tired. Somebody doesn't want to be in a relationship. I'm sorry. This is like one of those baby daddies, or could be a baby mama, but I'm getting like a man. Like a man could be very helpful to a woman, okay? Whether she has kids or not. This person, they're a generous person. Who did I tell that for? Gemini? Okay. Why am I getting a situation like, even if a situation is over, like your ex could be helping you, or you could be somebody's ex, Leo, okay? You could be helping your ex with certain things, like, excuse me, especially if they have kids, okay? You may not hate your ex, but somebody may feel like, oh, because you're helping me, that means we still like go together, okay? Like, make sure that you're setting boundaries, okay? Because somebody doesn't understand that. You could be dealing with a Gemini or a Gemini placement, or vice versa. If somebody's helping you, that doesn't mean that y'all are actually together. Something could be over. What is with the delusion? Is the moon in Pisces or something? Because I feel like people are like thinking that they're together with somebody, that something's gonna happen when it's just not. That's not how it is. That's not the case. Okay. Should we look that up real quick? Is the moon in Pisces today? You know how sometimes, you know, if you're mature enough, right? And I guess if you didn't fall out with your partner too terribly, or your ex, I mean, look, somebody thinks that their ex is still their partner when that's just not the case. Whether that's you or them, okay? Something like that's going on. Please make sure that y'all are on the same page, okay? Because that's not your man. That's not your girl. Stop acting like it is. Just because someone helps you doesn't mean that y'all are together, okay? That's a very big message for Gemini and Leo. All right, what sign is the moon in? Let's see. Oh, I was close. Okay. It's an Aquarius, which is one away from Pisces, okay? So Aquarius or Leo, you could have that in your chart. So that means the moon will be in Pisces in a couple days. Okay. That was close. But yeah, see, there's a lot of delusion. So make sure that your emotions or somebody's emotions are not causing problems, okay? Because imagine you trying to be single and you just happen to go help your ex with something because you're a good person or you're a nice person. And then they think that, oh, we're getting back together. No? No? Where'd you get that from? You know, you might be asking somebody like, where'd you get that from? How did you come to that conclusion? Okay, you know? All right, let's go to Virgo. Virgo. All right, so Virgo, your channel messages that I got for you. Somebody's name could be Chase, okay? Somebody's name could be like Lorenzo. Somebody also could be a boxer or play football. Somebody could be an athlete or like an ex-athlete or something like that, okay? Also, Virgo, somebody could be, or somebody could have like a really nice jawline, okay? Whether it's a man or woman. All right, those are the channel messages that I got for you. All right, let's see. Virgo, what's going on for your next 48 hours? Some of y'all could be drinking, okay? Or staying to yourself and drinking. Oh, Virgo, make sure not to be spending money when you know you don't have it like that, okay? Or if you know you need to save for something, make sure that you're saving the right amount, okay? Or somebody needs to make sure that they're not overspending, okay, when they know they have to pay something, or, you know, because some of y'all, and I have known people like that, where it's like, you need $10 to eat or to go get gas or something, but you're out here trying to go to the bar. You know what I'm saying? It's something like somebody's got a strange priority, or the way they spend their money when they actually need to save it. You might be looking at them funny like, all right, I thought you needed this done, or I thought you needed that. Why are you, you know, what happened? You could be asking somebody like, I thought you needed money. I thought you needed this. I thought you needed that. You know, somebody is, I don't know, is somebody lying? Let's see. Is somebody lying about their financial status? That's another message in this whole reading too. Be careful who you help. Okay? Be careful who you help. Yeah, somebody is like down bad financially, but then somebody has like a job, or somebody's about to get a job, okay, Virgo? So they will be okay, but like, you might be wondering, like, I feel like somebody's spending money where they're not supposed to, or they're not, how do I describe that? I don't know. If you got a car bill to pay, or if somebody has a car bill to pay, and they're like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to pay my car bill. And then the next thing you know, you see them like at the bar partying, like, oh my God, you know what? You know what? I had an ex like this. Okay? I had an ex like this. For example, okay? This dude would literally say, oh, I don't know how I'm going to pay my rent. But would be at the bar. At the bar. Same night that he's worried about not being able to pay his fucking rent. And you at the bar? And let alone your landlord's there? Huh? What sense does that make? That's real bold of you, okay? Virgo, I hope you're not doing that, but I feel like it's somebody around you. Like somebody is 5 of Pentacles, like 4 of Pentacles, literally 10 of Swords. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? And then they're out here trying to like get drunk or something, okay? What the fuck? Okay, anyways. Virgo, if you lend somebody money, or if you lended somebody money, watch for your placements, by the way. You may be kind of upset, like, what the fuck? I just gave you this, and now you're out here trying to spend it on drugs, okay? Or alcohol or something. Like, somebody is not responsible. So stop giving to them, Virgo. If you know that somebody's specifically not responsible, or if you notice them like ask you for money or something that they say they need, which I do feel like they do need it, okay? Somebody does need help, but then they're also like spending money, and it could be your money that you gave them, okay? Stop being so generous, Virgo, okay? Somebody's like not, I don't know, somebody's, I don't even know what the word for that is other than financially irresponsible, okay? You might be kind of appalled, like, what the fuck? I just gave you money. What'd you do with it? Okay, this could you be even talking to your child. Like if you have kids or something, you could have given your child something, and I don't know if they lost it or somebody. Yeah, somebody's like, I don't know. Somebody's losing something. You might lose it. Okay, because someone is like just so irresponsible. It might be very irritating to you. Okay, let's go to Libra. What the fuck? All right, Libra. Libra, what's going on for my Libras for the next 48? Let's do your channel messages real quick, okay? Somebody's name could be Michael or Jordan. Somebody could be playing basketball. Somebody could be an athlete, okay? Also, someone who, Libra, whether it's you or somebody around you, man or woman, somebody could think that somebody is gay even though they're straight because of like how they act and how they dress. You know, you might meet somebody who's very like, if it's a man, he acts like he's a little gay, you know? Or he might have a little sugar in his tank or some shit, okay? You might think that, but I think he's straight, okay? Somebody could be thinking that about you, Libra. Somebody could think you're gay, man or woman, and, you know, you're straight. Somebody's straight, but they look like they're gay. This is also like a woman who likes to dress like a stud, you know? And so maybe she doesn't get approached as much, because, you know, she dresses like a stud or she dresses like a guy. And then she wonders why men think that she's a lesbian. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody, I'm not saying that the way you dress means you're this or that, but you know, there's cues, you know, it's kind of obvious a lot of the time, but there's a certain style that the gays have, man or woman. Okay. So don't get mad even if that's you, Libra. You can't get too mad when, you know, maybe people think that you're this or that. So maybe you might want to start looking a little more. I don't know. I'm not saying you have to be like full glam or whatever, but if you want people to stop thinking you're like a butch lesbian, I'm sorry. Like, that's what I'm getting. Like, somebody thinks you're gay, Libra, and I feel like you're straight, or some of y'all might not be straight. I don't know. Maybe that's why you dress that way or act that way. Okay. Somebody is confused. Okay. Somebody's confused. You could be confused about someone around you. Like, is that person gay? Is she gay? Is he gay? You know, oh my God, I thought you were gay. What? You know, you could be realizing somebody's straight, like somebody's available. Okay, like I don't know. Like I hope that makes sense. Okay? Man or woman. Somebody is straight or somebody's into whatever you're into, okay? Even if somebody's bisexual, you know, they still like men or they still like women. So, you know, you have a shot, Libra, okay? What's going on for my Libras? Where's your channel messages? Oh, I already said them. Okay. Let me get a drink. Why am I hearing Rockin' Robin? Rockin' Robin. You may be seeing robins out, okay? Or birds. Somebody's name could be Robin. What the fuck? Oh my God. Some of y'all could have like a small dog, okay? If you got a small dog, he may not want to go outside. I'm looking at my neighbor. He's like kind of dragging his dog on the leash. Like, come on, you know? Okay, so that dog clearly doesn't want to go outside today. But, Libra, if you got a dog or a pet, your pet may not want to, you know, cooperate with you. Okay, especially if you're trying to take them out. Okay, something like that could be going on. Let's see. Some of y'all could be dealing with the Aries. Ooh, excuse me. What's going on for my Libras next 48 hours? Hello. Somebody is not talking to you or you don't want to talk to somebody. Okay, what's the Ace of Swords here? Yeah, you're being guarded, Libra, to somebody in the next 48. Or you just don't want to talk to somebody or somebody doesn't want to talk to you. You could be wondering why somebody doesn't want to talk to you, okay? I'm also hearing the last straw. Okay, the last straw. Uh-oh. Ooh. Okay, yeah, look, the tower, okay? Ooh, damn. Double tower, okay? What What the fuck? I'm also hearing Eiffel Tower, okay? Take that as it resonates. Some of y'all could be French or from Paris, okay? Or traveling or something like that. But this is like... What's happening, Libra? We got the Tower and the Tower. Are you popping off on somebody? There's way too many cards. Let's see. What's going on for my Libras? Next 48. You could be dealing with an Earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, because somebody's being childish, okay? There could be an Aries around you who's being childish. Aries or Leo. Yeah, Aries or Leo, okay? You're frustrated. You're getting real frustrated, Libra, in the next 48 hours. What's happening? What's the outcome of this? Yeah, because somebody, like, won't change. Somebody's, like, they refuse to grow up. 6 of Cups reversed. Somebody refuses to grow the fuck up. Yeah, 3 Leo cards came out. So you could be dealing with somebody whose ego is, like, just way too big for their own good, you know? Somebody may be very childish, too. And I feel like you're kind of irritated. You might pop off on them, okay? Clarify the double tower here. Yeah, because something's not moving forward. Or somebody's causing too many delays, okay? You're tired of waiting on somebody. Could be an Aquarius. And the Death card, yeah. It's reversed, but somebody could be refusing to, like, change. So, that's understandable, okay? What else is going on for Libra's next 48? And somebody's delusional. What is this delusion? I did say, you know, because I did look it up, but the moon is going to be in Pisces soon. So that could be a reason why people are acting extra stupid lately or in the next week or so, okay? Let this play out, of course. So we're going to get some Oracle. I feel like I've been doing mostly the tarot for this reading so far, but we're going to switch to Oracle now. You could be skirting off on somebody, okay? Yeah, I did talk about something similar to that in the Aries reading. So go watch the Aries reading, okay? It might relate to you. Okay. Let's go to Scorpio. Wait, no, hold on. Let's do some Oracle for Libra. Libra... What's going on for my Libras? Anything else you need to know for the next 48? It could be about a friend, too. Okay, you could have a two-faced friend that you're sick of. You could be tired as fuck of somebody. Look at him. He's like, all right, bitch. Or dude. You got me fucked up. Okay, you could... Whoa! Oh, look at that. You could feel like something's too much work, okay? You need to get this off your chest, Libra, okay? What the fuck? I've never had a card land like that on me, okay? You could be getting something off your chest, Libra, okay? Something that you feel like is too much work, okay? All right. This could be at work, too. You be careful, like, when you mix business and pleasure, okay? Or if you have, like, even a work friend, you know? You could be used to working with somebody at work and they're not, they keep putting too much work on you, or somebody. That's why you got to be careful in work and when you get close to people, because yeah, they might be cool to talk to, fun to talk to, whatever, but when it comes to actually doing work, are they getting shit done? I don't think so. I think you're the person who always ends up having to do all the work or most of the work. Okay, so you could be realizing, like, yeah, like, that's, you know, you're my homie or you're my, you know, my girl, but bitch, you need to do some work, okay? Somebody could think that they're a little bit too buddy-buddy with you or something like that. Even, especially if you're, like, the boss, okay? If you, like, are a manager or something like that, Libra, or if you have a higher position than somebody, you gotta put up boundaries, okay, when it comes to work, because somebody thinks that because y'all are like this, that they don't have to do shit, okay? Somebody could be Hispanic. All right. Let's see. Let's go to Scorpio. Scorpio, some of y'all could be playing Mario, okay? Or Mario Kart, something like that. What's going on for my Scorpios? Scorpio. Scorpio, what's going on for you for the next 48? Come on now. Oh, your channel messages. Okay. Scorpio, someone may be avoiding your question or dodging the topic. Okay. So if you're asking them, hey, did you do this? Hey, did you da 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 da? You know, they could be avoiding you or avoiding answering something directly. Okay. So that may be annoying in the next 48. Okay. Or you could be doing that. Somebody may be asking you if you did something or blah, blah, blah. And you might be dodging their question. Okay. So take it how it resonates. Watch for your placements. Also, somebody may get an opportunity for a reality show, okay? Also, if you are out to eat, you may not like any of the drinks on the menu. So you may be like, you know how the waitress or the waiter comes around like, are you guys ready? Da, 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 you know? Oh my God, you may not like somebody's voice. You may have like a waiter or somebody like in customer service and it's like, damn bitch, why do you talk like that? Okay, man or woman, somebody's voice may like throw you off or kind of irritate you. Okay, even if it's mine. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo, you're gonna have to listen to me. Okay, but anyways, Scorpio, somebody could be like really annoying and they're asking you like, are you ready? And you're like, can you give me a minute? Nothing's good on here. Okay, so I don't know, Scorpio, go somewhere else. Okay, or bring your own drinks. Okay, I don't know. I'm not encouraging pre-gaming in the parking lot, but you know, if you're going out somewhere, especially if it's like, I don't know, to the movies, some of y'all could be going to the movies or something, get your own drinks, okay? Or go somewhere else prior, okay? Or you might end up wanting to go somewhere else because you don't like anything on the menu. Even if it's not just the drinks, you could be like, this sucks, okay? And you don't want to spend your money on something that you obviously don't like, right? So, if you... I'm also getting, do not partake in something that you don't enjoy, Scorpio, just to seem like you fit in, okay? This could be as simple as like your girls talking about, oh my God, let's do 3 more shots. I don't know. Let's do 3 more lemon drops. Let's get green tea shots. And you know that shit's about to fuck you up, okay? There's something here about drinks, okay? Y'all could be at the bar or partying or something in the next 48. And you know your limit, Scorpio. So don't do something just to appease everybody else, okay? Because then when you're spinning and shit, you know, feeling like you're gonna puke or whatever, you're gonna be upset, right? You're not gonna feel well. So, you know, if you don't want that hangover to be as bad, you know, just say, I'm good, you know, I'll take a shot of water or something, okay? Anyways, let's see. What's going on for my Scorpios next 48 hours? Look, communication, seek help, okay? I feel like you want to connect with people, or you're kind of forced to connect with people in the next 48 hours. You could be calling somebody like, hey, can you pick me up? I'm not having fun anymore. Okay. Aw. Yeah, you're tired of something, Scorpio. Scorpio, if you notice yourself, like, this should be obvious, but if you're noticing yourself get super irritated by the people that you hang out with, maybe that's just not your people anymore, okay? Maybe they're not who you're supposed to be hanging out with, okay? Because if you keep hanging around people that you don't align with, or you don't have fun with, or that you think are annoying, you know, that makes you a fake hoe, okay? Man or woman. I'm just saying, okay? You don't be one of those people who's like, oh, I'm just so nice. You know, I'm hanging out with these people and I just really don't want to be here. Oh, I'm just so nice. I'm so nice. I'm so nice. You're not a nice person if you're being fake nice. I don't know why people think that, but, oh, excuse me. But no, you're actually a weirdo if you like openly talk about, oh my gosh, I just really don't like this person, but like I'm being nice, you know, because I feel like they need somebody to hang out with. Why don't you go let that person be friends or hang out with somebody that they actually connect with, okay? While you go connect with people that you actually connect with, okay? So I don't know, somebody could be being a fake hoe, but you know, acting as if they're not. So don't be one of those people, Scorpio. Placements, sun, moon, rising, Venus, okay? You are not doing charity work. You are not some damn celebrity. You are not a Make-A-Wish Foundation, prize that somebody has. Unless you are, okay? But I doubt it if you're on my channel watching, okay? You're probably not a celebrity who is like, maybe you'll be a celebrity one day, okay? But right now, I feel like this is not, this is not that, okay? You are not doing charity work by hanging out with somebody that you don't like. You're being a weirdo. Or somebody could be doing that to you, okay? Vice versa. Take it how it resonates. Somebody is a fake hoe, okay? Man or woman, It could be a man. He could be like, yeah, bro, I only hang out with him because, he brings over beer and stuff, sometimes he's cool, when he's drunk and da 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 da. Don't be a weird hoe. Don't be a weird hoe, okay? That makes you a weirdo. I never understood that. I could barely, when I don't like someone, it is extremely hard for me to pretend like I like that person. I don't even like to be mean, but if I'm hanging around, if somebody that I do not fuck with is in my vicinity, oh my God, my skin crawls. And if I have to fake be nice, I'd rather not say anything or just not be there, Some of y'all need to understand, or somebody around you needs to understand, if you don't like the Scorpio or Scorpio, if you don't like somebody, stop hanging around them. Okay? The fuck? Let's see. What's going on for my Scorpios? Yeah, professional growth, okay? Some of y'all could be going up in your career or figuring out how you can go up in your career, okay? Some of y'all could have grown up thinking that you wanted to do a specific career, and look at you now, okay? Doing something way different, okay? Let's see. What's going on for my Scorpios? Anything significant? Oh, some of y'all... Okay, some of y'all are being Scorpios in the next 48. Some of y'all are hanging around somebody that you don't necessarily like, or you might be still having them like on social media or something because you're trying to spy. Don't mind my nails. I don't give a fuck. Okay. You're trying to spy, Scorpio. You're trying to look at or look into somebody, okay? Seeker of secrets, spy, agent, okay? Some of y'all could be working for the legal system or something like that, okay? So you are trying to be a fake bitch. For some of y'all, you're that's like what you're trying to do. Okay. But why? Why are some of y'all trying to child? Why are some of y'all trying to this could be about like your baby father or baby mama, okay? If you have kids with somebody. So why is somebody spying on Scorpio, or why is Scorpio spying on somebody that they don't like? Okay. So, okay. This is like an it's like an overbearing parent, especially if you have kids who are like babies, right? Somebody, I feel like I've picked up on this before. You could be dealing with a Libra. You could have that in your chart. But so if you have like really young kids, Scorpio, or if someone around you does, their other parent or you doesn't want their children or child to grow up in a certain religion, okay? Somebody could think like, somebody could be very religious and somebody could think like that shit's outdated, So I feel like I picked up on that like last year. It was a long time ago, but in the Scorpio reading, I'm pretty sure like this is about somebody's child though. Somebody's like spying on their baby mama or their baby daddy, like, you better not be raising my child like that. You better not put that Jesus shit on them. Okay, but I'm serious. Like somebody's like, no, that's not, that's not how we're gonna raise our child. So somebody could be arguing or, trying to make sure that somebody's child doesn't grow up a certain way. It's also like, making sure that your child doesn't like see certain stuff growing up, Somebody, even if it's not about religion, somebody could be just like spying on, or you need to be careful about what your child is seeing. Okay. Who did I pick up on somebody's child? I think it was Taurus. You could go watch the Taurus portion too. Okay. You could be dealing with the Taurus, Scorpio. Okay. So even if it's not about religion, like somebody's trying to spy on what their kid's parent is trying to or has around them, around their child. And let's not act like it's not a thing, okay? Because, you know, certain parents, when they have kids and stuff, they think it's okay to smoke around their child. Oh, it's just weed, okay? And then you wonder why your kid's like, you know, growing up, okay? Or thinks their favorite color is the number 3, okay? Let's just be real. That stuff affects your child from day one. I don't care if you think, oh, they're not smoking it themselves. Secondhand smoke is a thing, whether it's cigarettes or, you know, weed, okay? Somebody needs to like stop exposing their kid to something that will, yeah, it will affect them. I feel like one parent has some common sense and one doesn't. Or one parent is like, your baby mama or baby daddy could be like reckless, okay? And I feel like that's why somebody's spying on, you know, what somebody else is doing, or they're trying to see like, yeah, somebody's like checking in extra, you know, calling like, hey, is my baby okay? Like, what are y'all doing? What's up? You know, can you FaceTime me? Can you show me the whole room? You know, like somebody, I feel like somebody knows, or you know, that somebody is just like childish, or, you know, somebody is like mentally stunted or something, or they do certain things that, you know, you some of y'all have a kid with this type of person, okay? And I do feel like some of y'all do need to watch like what your kid's father or kid's mother has around your child, okay? Something like that. Be careful. Let's see. What else for Scorpio? Look, somebody's not insecure. Somebody's not insecure. You see how he's looking through this? Somebody is spying, okay? Somebody's like, oh, somebody could be knocking, Scorpio. Okay, what the fuck? What's going on for my Scorpios? Look, I'm telling you, look. Turned. I'm telling you, I'm not ever tripping. Y'all could be like, oh, she's just talking. No, okay? It's a message. Party animal, sex, drugs, alcohol, surface level pleasures. It's time to move forward. Somebody's not growing up. Or, you know, even if it's like a parent or somebody, just because, I'm sorry, this may sound very disrespectful, but like, let's be fucking real. Just because you pushed a baby out your fucking coochie hole does not mean that you are suddenly having a degree in parenting. You know, because some mothers, it might be a woman that you're dealing with, Scorpio, okay? That's just not all the way there, all right? So you might have to, you know, like be extra cautious or whatever when it comes to your child and sharing custody or whatever, okay? Some of y'all might be dealing with something like that. But what was I gonna say? Shit. Why do I feel like somebody's not all the way there? Because why did I just blank? Oh, hell no. That fucking mailman or... Can that... Get the fuck out of here. Anyways, I'm sorry. Some of y'all might be like, get the fuck out of here. Okay? Skirt. I feel like somebody also wants you to forget, like, what happened, okay? So this could have been like, hopefully like a one-time thing. Hopefully never, okay? But I am picking up on somebody who, you know, they could be like, oh my God, like, you know, I told the kid to, you know, stay in their room, and they just kept coming out of their room. Why are you having a party while your child is there? Why are you smoking while your child is there? Why are you drinking around a bunch of people, random adults or whatever? Even if you know them already, why is somebody doing that when their child is present? Like, this is somebody who will willingly throw a party, have a bunch of random people in and out the house, you know, doing drugs, doing God knows what, and their child is just like in the other room. And what if the child has to go pee? What if the child has to, you know, wants to get a snack or something from the kitchen, wants a drink? Get back in your room. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody's like that, okay, Scorpio? And I hope it's not you. Let's pray not. But you know what? When it comes to tarot, some of y'all don't like my channel because I call that shit out. And you get offended, and you tell on yourself every time that you get mad about a message, you know? How dare you say this? Okay. Boo-hoo. But somebody is not fit to be a parent, or somebody needs to relax with the shit, because that's why somebody's spying on somebody, okay? I don't know, Scorpio. Somebody needs to watch, or is watching. I feel like somebody is watching. This could also be like CPS, okay? If somebody has like visitation rights or whatever, or somebody is getting caught up like that, you know, having to call CPS because some shit like that is going on, okay? Let's switch decks. Let's go to Sagittarius. This has been way too long of a reading. I think we're at like an hour and 10 minutes, so not terrible, but we're almost done. Okay. Sagittarius. Oh my god. Okay. Some of y'all could be cold, okay? Or somebody could be being cold to you, or you could be being cold to somebody, Sagittarius, okay? Some of y'all might be in like a, what is it called? A freezer or a walk-in, okay? Some of y'all might work in like a grocery store or in the area where you have to, you know, stock stuff in the cooler or whatever. Or even in a restaurant, you could be just in a cooler, a walk-in or something, okay? Let's see. Because it's hot out. It's hot out. It's the summer, okay? Even right now, it's very humid, okay? I'm trying not to think about it. But let's see. You may be stepping in somewhere cool to, you know, take a break, okay? If you're at a concert, it could actually be very cold in the building, okay? Yeah, that could surprise you. You could be going somewhere to like a concert or an event, live music or something, okay? Or some sort of show. And it's nice, okay? Or it could be too hot, you know, Sagittarius. It could be way too hot in some area, okay? So take it how it resonates, but you might be surprised at like how hot it is, and then you want to go find somewhere cool to be. Or it could be really cold and you're like, I should have brought my jacket, what the fuck, you know? So let's see, what's going on for my Sagittarius? Lordy, lordy, lordy. You could be trying to forget somebody, okay? Or you could, oh. Sagittarius. What's going on for Sagittarius? Somebody could be feeling like you forgot them, like an old friend could be thinking that you forgot them out in the cold, okay? An old friend could want to meet up with you. Yeah, it could be another Sagittarius. We have December here, okay? Somebody feels like, oh, Sagittarius, you forgot about me. Okay. Yeah, there is going to be someone who reaches out to you, okay? Some of y'all could work in the medical field. If you have like an old friend who was like on drugs or something, or, you know, that you know was trying to like get clean or something, somebody could be a lot cleaner, or they are clean now. Like this could be someone that you dealt with, or it could be you know, take it how it resonates, but somebody had like a problem with substance abuse, okay? And I feel like somebody is better now, okay? Or somebody's better at communication because they're not like fucked up all the time, okay? Somebody is a lot cleaner now, okay? So I don't know what that's about, but somebody could be, you know, maybe you're gonna be like reconciling or connecting with an old friend who you knew at a time where they just were like really struggling, okay? Somebody is better now, okay? Let's see what's going on for my Sagittarius is next 48. Yeah, somebody may not have understood like boundaries, especially when they were like fucked up. But, you know, it's like, wow, it's a miracle. You know, I'm glad you're so much better. Or somebody saying that about you, like, wow, you know. I just heard like, I never thought I would see the day. Okay, hopefully they don't say that to you. But somebody, you know, this person, whatever old friend this is, they could have thought like, damn, I don't know if the Sagittarius is going to get better, you know? Somebody could have walked away. Yeah, look, fixing them, okay? They could have, like, tried to help you, or, you know, maybe they thought they were trying to help you and something just wasn't working, or you could have been trying to help this person and, you know, you had to let them go. It literally says accept them or let them go. Okay, so you could have you know, tried to help somebody and you had to let them go, or vice versa. Okay, let's see. Look, addiction. Somebody had addictions, whether it was you or somebody else. Okay, anyway, somebody's better now. Okay, so yeah, somebody's learned a lot. Okay, especially about, like, you know, how to better themselves. So overall, Sagittarius, you know, you could you could you could be kind of getting mixed signals from somebody who wants to reconnect with you, because you're like, okay, do you want to, like, talk or what? I feel like somebody does want to talk to you, but at the same time, they could have a hard time, like, fully getting out the words that they want to say, or they might not know exactly, like, what to say to you. Okay, this person could have Scorpio placements, or you could be dealing with a Scorpio. Yeah, somebody also could be celebrating, like, sobriety. Okay, or getting better, or it will feel like a celebration because somebody is better. Okay, what's this about, like, somebody's addictions? And somebody looks a lot better. Oh, okay. Sagittarius, I don't know who you're dealing with, but this is like an old friend and you reconciling, and you're like, damn, thank God, you look so much better, you know? Because when you notice that people get sober, or if you've ever gotten sober in your life, okay, you do look 10 times better, okay? Because if you ever look at, like, pictures of people who were, like, you know, using or something, you know, you can notice the difference. You see in this picture here how we have the young face and then the old face. Okay, somebody could have started off as the old face, or when they were using, they could have had that old face, wrinkly, and, you know, they aged. But now that they're better, you know, it's almost like they reversed. They look way younger. Okay, so something like that could be going on. Okay, let's go to Capricorn. We gotta hurry this up. It's getting too hot out here. Okay. I cannot wait for fall. I cannot wait for fall. What's going on for my Capricorns? Let's see. We gotta hurry this up. Capricorn. Some of y'all could be dealing with the law. Okay. You might need to go to court soon, or you might need to, you know, have a lawyer or something like that. Okay. Or you could work in the legal system, Capricorn. If you have, like, a legal case, Capricorn, or something like that, something may play out or last until, like, December. Somebody could be 26 years old. Capricorn, make sure that your finances are in check, okay? I'm also hearing, like, jury duty, okay? Somebody could need to go to jury duty. I feel like you're doing well in your career, but, like, you have a spending problem, Capricorn, okay? Or something may not go through when you try to pay for it, okay? So make sure that, you know, you have the right amount of money to pay for something, okay? Woo! Okay. What else for Capricorn? Some of y'all could be getting a room, okay? Going on vacation or something like that. Even if it's not a far vacation, you could be getting a room somewhere, okay? You could be going on, like, a business trip. Watch for your placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, okay? Some of y'all, you need to go to the doctor, okay? Or you could be, you know, getting some sort of, like, treatment. You could be healing from something, okay? Yeah, be careful of, I don't know if because I'm hearing, like, broken bones. Be careful of your bones, Capricorn, okay? You might have to go to the doctor because of a bone issue or broken bones. Hopefully not, but that is a message I'm getting, okay? Or somebody around you could. Whoa. What's going on for my Capricorns? You could be dealing with the Gemini, okay? Don't have to be, but be careful where you run. It could be as simple as like a sprained ankle, okay, Capricorn. Or if you work with pets, if you have like if you work at a vet place or whatever, you could be helping somebody like heal or wrap somebody's leg, okay? There could be an animal who has like a sprained leg or something like that, okay? I don't know why I'm picking up on that, but you could be fixing somebody, or you know, that could be you. Somebody may be helping you wrap something up. I'm also seeing somebody like lay on a massage table, okay? Like somebody may be massaging your back or your body, okay? Because you might have like bone issues or joint pain, okay? Which is a Capricorn thing. So if you are a Capricorn, just make sure to take extra care of your physical bones and joints, okay? Capricorn placements are known to have bone issues earlier on in life, so just be careful, okay? Let's see. Aquarius. What's going on for my Aquarius? Let's use the last deck here to finish it off. And I will leave timestamps, okay? I can't believe I spent $15 at the gas station. That's crazy. Everything's so expensive now. Alright, let's see. Aquarius. What's going on for my Aquas next 48? You could be doing something the same way, okay? Just a different day. You might be thinking about like certain things to invest in, okay? Especially financially. Some of y'all could be having some sort of like realization in the next 48 hours, okay? Some of y'all could be realizing like, oh, I have to do this. Oh, I have to take action. Oh. Why did I say it like that? Okay, like, I don't know. Some of y'all could be having like a duh moment, but like to yourself. You know, like, oh, I gotta do that, you know. Oh, I can't do the same thing every day. Oh, okay. I don't know what that's about. Ooh, hook up. Some of y'all could be hooking up with somebody, okay? You could be having a one night stand with somebody. I almost called you Capricorn. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. You could be hooking up with somebody in the next 48, Aquarius. Make sure your bills are paid. What the fuck, okay? Don't go broke trying to, you know, get some dick or coochie if you ain't paid your bills, okay? What the fuck? Some of y'all care about coochie or dick more than your bills. That's crazy. Okay, please listen to your intuition. I feel like you know better. Why did I just hear hooked on phonics, but like hooked on dick? I'm dead ass serious. Hooked on phonics, hooked on dick, okay? Ew, what? You could like the way somebody speaks to you during sex, okay? Somebody could be talking to you while you're sleeping with them, okay? What the fuck? Aquarius. Somebody may give you money after a hookup. I'm not saying y'all are selling yourself, okay? But something may get exposed or there's some sort of evidence. What the fuck, okay? What are y'all doing? Yeah, success. Some of y'all could be sex workers, okay? Or that's what you're basically doing, okay? For some of y'all. Not all of y'all, okay? Don't get your panties in a bunch. If that message doesn't resonate with you, go watch your other placements, okay? But somebody is, you could just be dealing with somebody who's gonna give you money and you just happen to sleep with them, okay? And then they give you money. What the fuck? What's the sorry card here? What's the coffin card here? Oh, Aquarius placements. I do not like messages like this. Okay, so it's And I'm seeing surrender, uninvited guest, surprise, sorry, the coffin card, and holding on. Somebody could be still holding on to somebody that either passed away or clarify the coffin card here for Aquarius. Something may come as a surprise after you deal with like somebody that's like a soulmate of energy. Like somebody could, oh, I don't want to say that. There's a Capricorn around you who could not make it. Oh, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. Like this may sound like fucked up, but this is a scenario that I'm getting. Like picture you like having sex with your partner, you know, having a good time, and you know, you're doing well in your career and stuff in the next 48, and then you find out that somebody like passes away. You know, it's like you could be with somebody while, or you could be with a lover while you find out some sort of like depressing news. Okay, I'm sorry, Aquarius, what the fuck? Yeah, and if this is like, I'm really trying not to say this in a way where it sounds fucked up, but this is like, if you were struggling and somebody passes away, you're not going to be struggling anymore. Like, this is literally success, abundance, someone giving you money, somebody in your, like, your birth family or something, or somebody that you've known since basically like birth, somebody you grew up with. I don't know why, like, I'm like I said, I'm not trying to sound fucked up, but this is a message. Like, I feel like you're gonna be sleeping with somebody, hooking up with somebody, and then you're gonna get some devastating news soon after. You may still be with this person while it happens, and you could be wondering, like, am I gonna have a place to stay? This could be someone religious, okay, or spiritual. Who is this person to Aquarius? Yeah, some of y'all were like worried about, am I gonna get kicked out? This is kind of like playing out in a fucked up way. I'm not saying that somebody passing away is a good thing, but like, if somebody does end up, you know, not making it, you're gonna have their inheritance, is what it sounds like. Like, wow. Or this could be happening to somebody around you. There's like success coming your way, but it has something to do with like, yeah, I'm telling you, it's like a sneaky link. You hooking up with somebody, you could be staying with somebody for the night, and then somebody, like, you get some shocking news. You could have thought you were about to be like homeless or something, and then because this person happens to pass away or whatever, somebody, you're gonna get like their inheritance or something. That could be like a very specific message. Okay, I don't know who I'm talking to when it comes to that, but that's crazy. Yeah, too busy winning. That's why. Oh my god. You could also meet somebody who's dealing with something like that. Like, maybe you're dealing with somebody who's getting an inheritance. Okay, what the fuck? Somebody may, if it's not you who somebody is passing away, somebody could be offering you some money because they got it now. Like, this is like a lover situation, like somebody you're dealing with romantically. This person is actually interested in you, Aquarius, okay? I don't know if some of you guys think that this person is not into you, but they are. What the hell? Yeah, this is kind of dark. Or maybe this is something that happened, okay, already. I don't know. This is like I said, it sounds fucked up, but some of y'all are sleeping with somebody. you're hooking up with them, and then soon after, either you or this person that you're dealing with gets like news that somebody passed away. And I feel like somebody or you could have been in a bad situation, you know, wondering like, okay, well, I'm about to get kicked out. I don't know what I'm going to do. And then boom, somebody suddenly gets like an inheritance or some lump sum of money because of someone's, you know, passing, or something is getting passed on or down to somebody that is like a bunch of money or something like that. Could be a house too. And then suddenly y'all have a place to stay, or or you're able to like help this person out, or vice versa. This person could be helping you out if they're the one who's dealing with that. That's a situation I'm getting. This is like a lover of yours, or you're somebody's lover, okay? This could be happening. Like I said, take it how it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't. That's crazy. Yeah, some of y'all could be working on a side hustle too, as well, in the next 48, okay? This is like you getting, if, I don't want to say that, but it kind of seems like a sacrifice, but it's supposed to help you, okay? Or this person, somebody's gonna be able to get out of a bad situation because somebody passed away, okay? I'm not seeing any ill intent with that, but it might seem like that. You know, there could be people talking about, oh, that's odd. You know, it's funny how the Aquarius, or this person in Aquarius's life suddenly passed away when they were about to get kicked out, or, you know, when they were about to, be homeless or something, you know, or this could be happening to your person, okay? Or somebody around you. Like, it is going to seem like a fucked up situation, but it really is like how it played out, okay? Like, it's something like that. I don't know what that's about, okay? My condolences, though, Aquarius, if you are dealing with something like that, or if your person is. Okay, let's finish it off. Let's do Pisces. Almost done here, finally. And I will leave timestamps. Make sure to watch for your placements. Oh, I forgot to read y'all's channel messages for this one. Okay, let's Capricorn. I'm just going to read the rest of the channel messages as one, okay? Because I forgot to read them for Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. All right, so some of you guys may be posing for pictures or doing a photo shoot, okay? Someone may ask how you take your pictures, okay? Somebody could be asking like, oh my God, like how'd you get that angle or whatever, okay? Or something like that. Somebody also could be meeting somebody with a large following, okay? Somebody also could say you look like a celebrity. Somebody may be drinking coconut water or something coconut flavored, okay? Somebody also may be staring at your ass, okay? And they could be making it obvious, man or woman, okay? You know how people like are creepy like that, you know? They're like actively looking at your chest or actively looking at your ass, and it's like, take a picture, okay? You know, like somebody could be making it obvious that they're staring at you in that way, okay? Also, somebody may be renovating a house, okay? Somebody may be decorating a space, okay? Also, I was getting that somebody could be like saging a house that isn't theirs. You know, like if you're spiritual or whatever, you don't have to be, or if somebody is spiritual around you, they could be they could bring out the incense. Okay? And they could be it's like, bitch, what are you doing? This is my house. And they're like, yeah, I know. I just feel like there's some bad energy around here. You know, somebody could be doing something like that, okay? Or if you have a lover who's spiritual, yeah, they're trying to help you, okay? Let's see. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, let's finish it off. Okay. Also, if you are out to eat, you may not like any of the drinks. Oh, we already did that one. Why did my screen go up like that? Also, someone's name could be Jade, okay? Someone also may be overly sexual, okay? So, like I said, somebody may be making you feel uncomfortable, okay? Man or woman. Someone also could be thinking about how a person is maybe not all the way there, okay? You could be wondering like, damn, do you have a few screws loose, okay? Like, are you all the way there? Like, is something wrong with this person, okay? Or somebody could be thinking that about you. Also, somebody has no riz. somebody has no game, okay? I was getting that somebody is like, you know, like say you try to flirt with somebody and they're just super awkward, you know, which is no problem. I actually think, you know, it's kind of funny when people are awkward when you're trying to like hit on them. Or if you're awkward, you know, somebody's gonna find that attractive or cute, okay? It's not a terrible thing. You know, not everybody's meant to be players, right, in life, but if you're yourself, you know, even better, all right? But let's see. Let's do Pisces real quick. Mm-hmm. Come on now. All right. It's humid. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Pisces. Now we got the channel messages out the way. Thank God, because I did not want to forget them. All right, Pisces, let's see. Rapid fire, since I gave you guys more channel messages. That's how you know it's hot outside, because my cards start getting all sticky and shit. All right. Pisces, either you or somebody around you could be refusing to take accountability. You may think something's not fair in the next 48 hours, okay? If somebody is not taking accountability, whether that's you or somebody around you, yeah, that could cause problems, okay? Even if somebody, like, be careful again, like, you know, caught up, okay, with the law, because somebody may be like, why me? Why me? Okay, like somebody, if somebody gets locked up, Pisces, they may be trying to act like, I don't know why they're doing this to me, bro. Like, free me, free me. Okay. Somebody does have bond money if they're getting locked up, okay? What the fuck is going on for Pisces? So yeah, somebody's family member or lover could get locked up. Hopefully it's not you. Okay. You could be dealing with a Libra. Yeah, so somebody, Pisces, somebody in the next 48, or whenever this plays out for you, they're being defensive about the consequences of their own actions, okay? Somebody kept doing something. And somebody's like, I don't know why this is happening to me. Okay. Something will work out, though. Like, somebody's going to be okay. Somebody's going to get bonded out or whatever. I don't know what that's about, but it'll be fine. Like, but this person seems to not understand. Yeah, what is this Taurus Libra energy heavy here? Somebody also could be like, oh my God, but I'm pretty. I don't deserve to be locked up. But you did something wrong. You were being toxic. So, you know, it could be like a, why am I hearing homegirl domestic violence? Okay, yeah. Somebody could be Hispanic too. Seven of Swords. Somebody was doing wrong. Somebody was being shady. Somebody was doing something shady or underhanded, okay? And now they're mad about it, okay? But it will work out. So, you know, don't stress too much. This is definitely a legal situation, okay, with the Judgment here. So you could be dealing with a Virgo. Or you could have that in your chart, all right? That's what I got for y'all. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, okay? Thank you for watching. I may or may not do a personal reading live today. We'll see. Look out for it, okay, if I make one. I'm not going to email you guys every time I do the lives, but, you know, as long as I have your email for some of you, I will notify y'all and send you the link and stuff, you know, and what's going on for that day, so that you guys know, okay? But that's what I got for you guys. Thank you for watching. It is humid as fuck. I'm gonna go strip down when I get inside, okay? But yeah, happy, is it Wednesday? Is it Wednesday? It is. It is Wednesday, okay? Take y'all's trash out, all right? You guys have a wonderful day, week, okay? Make sure to catch up on the other videos that I have in the playlist section, okay? Join my lives for personal readings, okay? When you join my lives for personal readings, they are cheaper than private readings. So, you know, there are mini readings, but it's still cheaper if you don't want to pay the full price, right? So, you know, take advantage of it while you can, because my prices are not going to be this cheap forever. You know, but it is what it is, okay? And if you would like a personal private reading, you are more than welcome to get one of those, okay? But check my bio for those prices, okay? So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Thank you guys for watching. And yeah, I'll see you all later. Bye.